I'm so excited to introduce to you the Cashmere Wolf Operating System for creators to help you take that audience that you have worked so hard to build and turn them into paying customers of a business that you own. My name is Casey Holiday. I'm the founder of Cashmere Wolf, and I have built this system based on my experience of over 20 years scaling businesses in e-commerce, info products, as well as community. And I'm so excited to see what it's going to unlock for you. Creators normally come to us when they're in one of four situations. They have created the engaged audience, but they are uncertain what product that they can actually sell that audience that will give them the highest leverage and the most revenue. They have the idea for a product, but as soon as they run into the business side of things, they end up feeling really stuck. Where do I source the product? What platforms do I need to use? How do I actually build the website? It can be really overwhelming. The next is that you've already launched the product. Maybe you have a community that's live, but you're struggling to actually convert your audience into paying customers. And then the final one is that you've got a business, you have a little bit of momentum that's happening, but you're uncertain. The team that you need, the systems that you need in order to scale it to a 10 million plus business or even beyond that. We can help in all of those areas. Let's get into the Cashmere Wolf operating system. The first part of the Cashmere Wolf operating system is you, the creator with the captivated audience. This process of making money probably looks really familiar to you. You've got the production of the content, the posting of the content, the distribution of the content, which is leading to platform-dependent income. Now, that is pay-to-post deals, it's affiliate links, it's the money that you're making from the platforms themselves, and that can be a lot of money and it can be awesome. But it also is very fragile and it keeps you very dependent on these platforms and continuing to post and being in this hamster wheel to keep making money. You're not actually building what feels like a long-term asset that you actually have ownership over, giving you the freedom you thought that this audience would actually create for you. Now, that leaves you like my little friend here, right? Looking out, wondering, well, what else can I go build with this audience that I've created? And the good news is that that little gift there also represents your audience, which is looking to you going, give me more things. I want to buy more things from you. I want to be a paying customer. So there's a ton of opportunity. Now, the Cashmere Wolf operating system is going to help creators make one singular transition. You're going to move from being an income entrepreneur, which is where you are very dependent on the money that you're making this month in exchange for services to become wealthy, to what I call an asset entrepreneur. Now, as an asset entrepreneur, you are generating long-term life-changing wealth for yourself by actually having ownership over assets. There are 5 stages to the Cashmere Wolf operating system that we will partner with you on as a creator. There's design, stack, convert, scale, and systemize. First thing that we are going to figure out is what is your product and your business strategy. Now, we specialize in 5 business models. There is e-commerce with this little shirt here. There is community, there's coaching, there's online courses, and there's newsletters. Where a lot of creators screw up, for lack of a better term, is once they determine what the product is, they miss out on the business strategy side of things. So they just sort of just choose the first platform, they'll put the product up and they'll tell people it exists and they'll hope that that will lead to a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And that doesn't always happen. And so a big part of where our expertise is based on the amount of time we've spent scaling and building companies is business strategy. So once you have the product, it then sets a lot of other things in motion and other decisions that need to be made. What are we going to charge for the product that we are releasing? What is the placement? Meaning, are we selling it online? Do you want to sell it in stores? The next would be positioning. What makes our product different than everything else out there? Yes, you as the creator being attached to it makes it different, but a big trap that creators fall into is they just say, hey, my face is on the website, and that's going to lead to a lot of sales. Well, great marketing is only going to help a bad product fail faster. And so we want to make sure that we have a really good product, but we also understand what makes our product different in a market to make sure that when we get to the audience that doesn't know you as well as your core audience, we can still continue to scale the business. The next is branding, which is the largest differentiator, and then also attaching that to your personal brand to make sure that we are just getting everything we can out of the value of what you've created. The next is rules. Now, anytime you choose a business model, there are rules to the game. And we've been through all these models, so we understand the rules. But you are going to waste a lot of time and a lot of money trying to learn the rules of the e-commerce game, for example. Having a partner like us allows you to sort of skip to the end of the line, or I guess the front of the line, and skip by sort of the messiness of learning those rules because they can be expensive. Then finally, in this type of business model, what people do you need to support it as you continue to scale? Now we move from design and we'll move to the stack. What tools do you need? We know based on the model that you choose what stack we are going to build for you. So you don't even need to think about the headaches that come along with learning new tools because it feels like there's a new one that's coming out every 6 months. So what lives within the stack is link in bio resources, what product platform you want to sell, website and landing pages, lead forms you need to create, email marketing, sales platforms, performance data. Gosh, it's a lot, but we've got it all figured out. The next is the convert stage. How do we turn a follower into a customer? We've chosen the platform, we know the product, but now we actually have to build the destination where these people are being sent. We have to build the websites. We have to build the journey map from your profile to the actual product itself. We've got to set up automations. There's copywriting, there's form building, there's email flows, there's a sales funnel if you're selling a high ticket product where you actually need a full sales team with a process and a team and tools. This is the critical build component that rounds out the foundation of the business that you want to launch. And we will handle all of this for you. Now, the next is scale. So once we have the foundation built, what do we need to do in order to scale this business to the next level? Often that means running paid advertising, which we also can handle on your behalf. We will also consider new markets, product expansion, and partnerships that could get your business to the next level. And what this often means too is that we are expanding outside of your current audience, or we are going to do a better job reaching the audience that you built through paid advertising, not just organic posts. Then finally, once we have designed the product, the stack, we've built all of the conversion mechanisms, we've started to scale, then we have to ask ourselves, what systems does it take to build a scalable business? What sits within the systemized component of the operating system is things like team building, making sure we're using data and analytics to make proper decisions, forecasting, standard operating procedures, planning, managing the actual platforms as you continue to build on them. And this is where it can really get overwhelming for creators if you've just made it past that first part. So we can zoom out, and at the end, what you see is that you have moved from the meh emoji now at the end of this operating system to joy from inside out. She's just happy because now all of a sudden she gets to just focus on creating and she doesn't have to worry about the business side of things. Now, these other sections here, finance and legal, customer experience, your content team, channel expansion, service delivery, where if you're running a coaching program, this is where we have outsourced partners that we work with. Or if it's the service delivery, we work with you to make sure that you can continue coaching, or you're building a coaching team to continue providing that offer. But we can't be you if you are the value proposition for the community or the coaching service that you are building. Design, stack, convert, scale, and systemize is the Cashmere Wolf Operating System. And you can engage with us in one of three ways. We can coach you, so you can bring us your existing idea, your existing offer, your existing business that you have, and we can coach you on how to implement this operating system yourself. We also can offer selective services. So maybe you want to come with us to design a product. Maybe you want us to optimize the conversion portion of your current business model that you have. Based on the vision call that we have together, we'll figure out where the gaps are and we'll figure out what the best services are. And then the final offering is we partner with you and we are your operating partner to manage the entire Cashmere Wolf operating system. Next step from here is apply to partner with us. We're going to book in your vision call and we're going to figure out exactly what business we can build and partner on together. Talk to you on the call.